The hottest pop culture stories of the day, like Celine Dion returns to social media. And does Timmy call Kylie his partner because they're already married? This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Mike.
And we are excited to announce Celine Dion has made a re-entry into social media. She hasn't posted for a very long time. As we know, a couple years ago, she was diagnosed with, I want to make sure I always say it right, stiff person syndrome. Mm-hmm. And SPS is what they initialed it. And so it's something that we don't know to which variant, and of like, there's times where she can't do much and can't come out. Well, just a little bit of a taste of Celine Dion, and the whole internet gets really excited. She took the internet to Instagram to say, Renee died 10 years ago. Without you feels like just a day, and yet each day feels like a decade. 10 years without your caress, and yet every day I feel your touch. We miss you more than we can bear, but you taught us to be strong.
Honestly, that sounds like a Celine Dion song, and I mean that in like a... Do you want to make us a song?
Like, make us a song.
Like, that was so poetic and beautiful. Can you make it a song so we can all have a moment like that? Oh, Celine. Yeah, you're right, Brittany. I mean, we haven't seen her since the Paris Olympics.
Yeah. When
she came out and sang on the Eiffel Tower. And that, I mean, not a dry eye in the house. No. That was just absolutely mind-blowing. And like, I remember learning at a youngish, I guess probably middle school age, that she'd met her husband when she was 12. And I like clocked it and was like, does that mean I've met my husband? But then you learn more and more and more about how much since he's passed, it has continued to devastate her. And you're like, this woman loved this man, like still does, to such an extent.
Yeah.
And so you can see why between the stiff person syndrome and his death, she's just become a lot more reclusive, and like her circle is small, and that's how she's keeping it.
To your point, Kendall, has she ever been linked with dating anybody?
Not that I've ever heard of. And like, I feel like we would have heard of it because people would have been like, oh, Celine's out there again. I mean, people would have been excited for her.
Yeah. No, it's not a good thing or it's not a bad thing. It's more of just a fact of, I haven't heard her linked with any guy since he's passed. Or before he's passed or anytime.
No, like that was the one and only. And that's like what she says too. Have either of you guys seen her in concert before?
No.
Oh, if you ever get a chance. I don't know if she'll ever go back.
You're so funny as I've had chances and I didn't take them.
Oh, no.
I know there were options because she was in Vegas for a while.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's like, what the person, literally, my friend went and she was like, you should have came. And I'm like, I hate myself.
She's so, when she came to the Twin Cities a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We immediately got tickets for my mom, and the three of us sisters were like, we have to see Celine together. Like, we grew up belting this out, like all of her albums, in the backseat of the old Jeep. And at one point, she did this little like trill, like she's like, oh, sorry, there's something in my throat. And she cleared it out by singing, and everyone started freaking out. And she just deadpanned to the audience. She goes, we're clapping for that? That was just a warm up. What are you people doing? And then everybody lost their mind some more. Like, because she's a performer and she's just one of a kind.
Everyone compares it to Adele because it has that double of personality, that dry humor, almost like little to no really razzle dazzle. But everyone talks about Adele and Celine Dion in that same breath of like, they're so fun to watch. They're so charismatic. You have to see them.
And they just sang. Amazing.
Any amount of Celine will take, even if it's just my husband died 10 years ago. We'll take it.
We'll take it. Okay, speaking of husbands, you guys, you know how Timothée Chalamet, Kylie Jenner were like, oh, they're a fake relationship. But are they? He has now twice won an award and addressed his partner.
Best Actor Award.
And he said, like, I want to thank my partner. I love you. We know it's her, obviously. And the first was like, oh, partner, like, that's interesting. Is instead of girlfriend or whatever. Methinks it's because they're secretly married. Hear me out. all the gossip rags are going with this, how they're basically married, quote unquote, because they've been actually living together for over a year in LA and have just kept it really quiet. That they're like super close. He loves her kids. Like neither of them have ever been married before. They just want to keep it a little bit out of the limelight if they can. I genuinely think they could be married.
Yeah, and to Gwyneth Paltrow's point, before she realized that Timothée was dating a Kardashian or a Jenner, she said, it's really good of you that you're dating somebody with kids.
That's so kind of you.
That's so kind of you.
I could see it because of this. And I know that there's like, oh, TMZ would have figured this out. But who's Kylie's mom? And who does she know and have every phone number of? She can be like, if you don't release this, I'll give you X, Y, and Z of her sisters. Pick a sister and I'll give you a story. This is important to Kylie to keep secret because she's also, I'm going on a tangent now. She's also very reclusive in the Kardashians show. Mm-hmm. She's the one that like never really wants to be on an episode. She's very quiet about it. She shows a lot on her social media of like her get ready and her products and things like that. But her love life, always been pretty quiet. Don't shake your head at me, Mike. I think they might be married.
I finally started accepting that this could be somewhat real. Like they could actually tolerate each other. And now you're telling me they're married. I can't jump that far. That's too much of a leap.
It's a big ask.
Do it. I've been saying it's a publicationship for 3 years. And now you're telling me I got to jump all in that they're married. I can't do it. I can't go that far. I'm sorry.
Mike?
Yeah.
You have your phone with you, right?
I do.
That's great. So your wife, Sarah, may have backed me up.
She saw on TikTok, because, only facts on the old TikTok.
Yeah.
There was a reporter, I can't remember her name, but she said...
Marie Claire.
There you go. You found it. Yes. Apparently, there was a story that she claims that there was a name tag that she saw.
Mm-hmm.
And
very much, Globes.
Very much in the Travis and Taylor Kelsey of it vein. It apparently said Kylie Jenner Chalamet.
What?
Yeah, and you know that those aren't written by just some random intern who's putting those together. Those are legally binding.
Yep. It's basically a marriage certificate.
I think that, Kendall, we split the difference. I'm fine with them saying they're practically married because that's what somebody says who's not married. Mm-hmm. Like who hasn't had the experience of what paperwork is to both get married and be unmarried. We're practically married. Then just have that.
Guys, this is how the West was won. You don't need to know all the details, okay?
That's definitely not the saying that would apply here.
This is how a bill becomes a law.
Nailed it, which is totally a saying.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like something we should all learn. Not now. I'm not going to threaten anybody with a good time on phonics.
Was that Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah, right.
Yes, it was.
It was.
Only a bill.
Yeah, no, I think that I also go like we've never seen. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but like, what is Timothy's vibe stepdad wise? Like that seems
Daddy Timmy.
He doesn't. Ugh. I know. No.
Gosh, he is 30 though, which is wild.
I'm just saying.
But he's like so younger. Much younger.
It's hard for me to imagine him sacrificing anything.
I don't think she needs him to. She doesn't. It's fine.
I mean, if you want to intertwine lives, you do. I get it. If you want to not intertwine lives, I highly recommend that. But like, if you want to intertwine lives, like I'm not saying he's going to be dad, but like you got to be able to, I don't know, be a parental figure in some aspects.
Listen, I'm not saying this is even love. I'm just saying I think they're married.
Baby,
I think that Kylie Jenner is one of those women who's like, I don't really need you in my bed. I don't really need you. Like, I just want to wear the really pretty dress and you win a lot of awards, or at least up for a lot of awards. And you would like a hot babe on your arm that doesn't really care if you're around. Win-win.
Yeah. Again, practically married.
And who also has influence on TMZ. Yeah. Because anything he needs said is going to get said through TMZ, through Kris Jenner.
They're married.
Yeah.
It took 3 years, but now, I mean, he has paved a road to the Oscars. Winning an Oscar at 30.
Yeah.
For somebody who hasn't been taken all that seriously until lately, especially after Timothée Chalamet did the Oscar rounds for A Complete Unknown and didn't win, to come back the next year winning Best actor in a picture. I mean, that would be a big freaking deal.
Be a big deal.
It's happening.
Good thing he's married. He has support. Speaking of married people and publicationships and things that are getting out of hand, Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber, where there is smoke, there is fire, because they have officially thrown out a cease and desist letter to a TikToker who thinks that their relationship is fake. So this woman, her name is Juiciest Official. She says she's a psychologist. I don't know. Either way, she goes into either fake relationships, celebrity relationships, and she has talked about the Biebers before. They sent a cease and desist that said that, quote, she made outrageous, false, fabricated, and defamatory statements about the couple, including a highly damaging and defamatory narrative that Hailey and Justin are in an abusive relationship fueled by Justin's alleged drug addiction. Wow. Not only did this girl, I guess she's got guts, Julie Teese actually go and show everybody this cease and desist after she got it. It's specifically about 3 different videos that it calls out to. She kept every single one of those videos up. Again, one of them that claims that they have an abusive relationship because of his drug addiction, according to this woman. What she said was, this Julie T says, imagine having unlimited money and being this threatened by a woman with an opinion. She's basically like, I don't care. I have free speech. This is my opinion. Like, you don't get to silence my opinion just because you're an elite. Disagreement is not defamation. This is wild.
That is like, I mean, he's not going to respond to any of this, but it's pretty intense.
Yeah. I wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
The only time this happens, the only time celebrities show this much, what do we learn from when we were kids? You don't let a bully, don't show that the bully's affecting you. Because as soon as you do, that means they see that and they take advantage of it. Celebrities only react and only send cease and desist if you're saying something that got a little too close to home.
Yeah, 1,000%.
That's the only reason they're showing this. That's the only reason they're reacting this way. And guess what? She's saying thank you because every one of her posts in the last 24 hours have been just more and more follow-ups to this story. She's getting so many more followers, so much more engagement. It's insane. You did her a favor.
I know. It's so funny because you're right, Mike. The internet is this giant void where everyone is yelling.
Yeah.
The minute you stop and give one a freaking spotlight with a cease and desist, like and that's where I'm pretty sure Justin Bieber doesn't have anybody in his corner that's giving him sound advice, because he saw this hit close to home and he said, "Yeah, we'll see what she feels like when my lawyers get a taste of her." Anybody who has their worth their weight would have said, no, don't do that. Yeah. Don't react. Literally, nobody will notice this woman at all if you don't do anything.
It's pretty wild. One of the videos that she put out there about the two of them, she calls out Hailey specifically and says, POV, you're an inconvenient opinion. You have an inconvenient opinion. So Hailey Bieber sends you a cease and desist because she's like on a vacation drinking a margarita. Yeah, they're sweating it. They're sweating it. And the way Hailey Bieber reacted when Justin Bieber's album came out, because that was when he was acting real unhinged in public.
Oh, it was so good. Her reaction was so good. It was so...
She tried to clap at all of us and say, like, do you see now, you idiots?
Is it clocking yet? I think that was the line.
Yes.
It was like she was doing a victory lap and didn't realize, like, all the other cars had already gotten off the course. That's what the vibe it was like, yeah, take that, guys. We're like, well, everyone from NASCAR already left. We've been done for a day.
Is it finally clocking to you losers? Was her exact quote.
And if you did miss it, because he was yelling at paparazzi while walking into a restaurant once. And then he used that audio on one of his clips. And so that's what she's exactly alluding to and addressing. But it's like, no, Hailey, I think you're missing the point. People are actually concerned for you.
Yeah.
We're concerned, like, that your kid is in some really weird situations that he's posting about, and that, like, maybe he's not always there for you and your very small infant. Like, girl, we're worried about you.
Your husband sucks.
Like,
and his album sucks too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so she was sitting there, like, middle finger in the air.
Yeah.
And we're like, Daisy's is kind of okay. He has 2 albums and they kind of suck.
I like Yukon.
2 albums and he has 2.5 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
That's a miss.
And like how much you're playing on the radio. Justin Bieber, who's easily one of the most marketable singers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And your victory lap is your wife going, yeah, you clocked this yet? Little did we know, actually the biggest win was going to be her and Rhode Cosmetics a couple like months after that.
Mm-hmm.
To that you say, Haley, that's when you go, yeah, I don't really care about my marriage because I'm working on a giant $1 billion deal. I don't really have time to babysit this idiot. But no, we're the losers who should have been clocking it.
Yep. So we'll keep an eye on it.
We'll keep an eye on it. But now
it's hot to blow.
We head on over to our producer, Mike Ganger, blind item expert. What secret on the internet might be the next to blow?
Well, part of this story already came out, and then when you keep digging into it, you start to learn more and more and more and say, are you sure this is what you want to do with all your newfound fame? Because Teyana Taylor is kind of the woman of the hour right now. She's crushing it.
She's crushing
She
it.
won a Golden Globe for her acting there in One Battle After Another. She's going to be up for the Oscar, likely going to win that too. She is the favorite. And she's also made a bunch of other appearances. She's going to be in the new The Rip on Netflix that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are running around promoting every chance they get.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday she came out and said, quote, I'm not just going to abandon him, when she's referring to her longtime friend and former collaborator, Kanye West. Because for those who don't know, she was actually signed by Kanye's label earlier on, from her musical standpoint. And then she also was in one of his most iconic music videos, Fade. That's maybe the first time you've ever seen, or one of the first big roles that Teyana Taylor had. And she was just opening up and just talking about, and somebody brought up her connections with Kanye West. And she basically, again, just went on to say, I'm not going to just abandon him. I don't have to agree with everything he does or says.
No one's saying you do, but you can also just say he really helped give me my start and my foot in the door. And for that, I will always appreciate that. And you can move on. You don't have to say squat about agreeing with them or disagreeing with them or never abandoning ship. I don't think anyone would think differently of you if you said, yeah, what I just said, he helped me out. I appreciate that. And then move forward, because Kanye hasn't just done 1 or 2 or 3 little things. It's been a decade of this behavior and reprehensible things that have come out of his mouth.
Listen, this falls in the same vein as Maya Goth we talked about yesterday. You can't make it to the next level if you're carrying this around with you. Like, it's not like Kanye's kind of annoying. Kanye is racist. Kanye is a monster. Kanye says absolutely awful things. You can't condone his behavior. In fact, like, it's almost bad enough that you're not coming out against it. So the idea that you're going to a place of like, well, I'm not going to abandon this person. Well, maybe you should.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and maybe let's add some more context to it, because people are also pointing out, well, you are on the show All's Fair.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian's show on Hulu that, yeah, it's terrible. It's awful. But she is the star of that show, or one of the people on that show. I shouldn't say star.
Yeah, how dare you? She's not one of the women.
Well, she is going to be going forward. I guess I didn't watch after the first episode,
True. Yeah,
felt like she was going to be an important piece of that puzzle.
Was her name London?
We'll never know.
Paris?
We'll never know.
Mulan. Wasn't it?
Milan.
Milan,
yes,
like
like
you
the
guys
country.
are killing it.
Okay. Now, so that aspect just says, the Kim Kardashian and the Kanye West of the thing. But here's the other thing people are talking about that is maybe the hot to blow part of the story. She also is unbelievably close. Like, we're talking besties with Chris Brown.
Pardon?
Yep. Her and Chris Brown, she's also been in music videos for Chris Brown. She has worked closely with Chris Brown, and I guess maintains, according to people in the know, a very, very close relationship with another extremely problematic human being.
Rinse and repeat. What are you doing?
And I get it, right? Like, it's hard. You're building a career. These people are offering you roles. You build this career. But now you're at a point where you go, you can have an opinion on this. And like, that opinion is going to affect your career. So think wisely before you're going to a place of, I have to be loyal to them. I don't know. Like, Chris Brown is a criminal. Like, he absolutely abuses women. I don't understand your allegiance to somebody who isn't allegiant to women. Like, it just blows my mind.
And like, pick better people, okay?
But like,
what do you get in the there's career? Not one but two people.
But you get in the door the way you get in the door. You say yes to things like who honestly. There's a time where Chris Brown, he can't get other people, so he's picking up people with no names. But like, she's using what she can to like get in the industry. Yeah. I get that. Like, I think you have to be scrappy, especially somebody like her who's not handed these roles. She was in people's music videos. Mm-hmm. She's a very specific body type, but like people like Chris Brown and Kanye at that time couldn't get well-known names or like chose her. Like, I don't want to condemn her because she's worked with these people.
I don't either, but like, you don't have to say that you're still ride or dies with them.
No, and that's where I fall. I just mean like, when you say like pick better people, it's like you get in the industry the way you can.
And Kendall, I think it goes back to your very first point, is she can come out and just be like, yeah, I did work with these people early on in my career. And guess what? You're at their level now. In fact, you're higher than Kanye at this point.
1,000%.
You need to start, I don't know, separating yourself from that brand or from that image, because it's just not going to do anything for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Right now, like if that's where you're going to put your flag, that's where you're going to be like, nope, these are still my people. Like, girl, no. Pick new ones. Like, you can do something and be like, hey, that's how I got in. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I found out these horrible things about them like you did. And I went, all right, I don't want to be associated with that anymore.
And people who weaponize the word loyalty are the ones that want you to be loyal to them even though they've done something awful.
Yep.
Like, that's what's always so interesting. Mm-hmm. The ones who are like, well, she's not loyal. Or the Chris freaking Noth of it all. Mm-hmm. No, we're not loyal to you because you did something that I can't defend and won't defend. And like, that's when you go, loyalty is something that has to also be given by the person who's, I don't know, not abusing women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there you go. Hot to Blow story today. Just keep an eye on Teyana Taylor and some of her relationships.
Oof.
It's Hot Mess.
Pamela Anderson is making the rounds. She was on Andy Cohen's radio show, Radio Andy, where she was talking about her relationship with Tommy Lee. Mm-hmm. Now, Hot Mess is kind of falling in a conglomerate of just like how Pam Anderson has been treated in the past and now seems to be treated currently. So Tommy Lee has been married to this Brittany Ferland for a while. They broke up, but they're back together. Not really sure of how the relationship is going, but I can say this. Pamela Anderson has tried to reach out to her ex-husband, Tommy Lee, including offering him some pickles that she's made from his garden. But it looks like because of a couple reasons, especially because of Tommy Lee's current wife, Brittany Ferland, he will not be communicating with her. When she kind of asks her son or pokes around a little bit, it's getting I don't know, Mom, just stay out of it. I have to stay out of it, and I shouldn't really be saying anything, but I do wish them the best. AKA, they have a volatile relationship.
Well, and right now, his wife is going through a lawsuit.
Yes.
Like that. So that's where this all stems from. Is like, to me, it's like Pamela Anderson is, here we are again. Like, I'm cleaning up my ex's mess. I don't even know why you're asking me about his ex having a lawsuit threatened her for harassment, or it was something it was like physical as well.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm like, I would be like, why are we asking me about this? I haven't been married to him since the 90s.
I know.
And he doesn't even talk to me because he's in a relationship. And to him, that means that he can't be associated with me, even though we have 2 children together.
Yeah.
Like, she's being so nice about it.
She's being so nice about it. I do have to laugh because in the comments section, Martha wrote, I hope she wears makeup to the wedding as she looks decades younger wearing it.
Martha.
I would want to look better than his present wife.
Okay.
Martha, it's fine.
Well, she does on
Martha,
like every level.
Martha, it's fine. Don't worry. Don't overthink it, Martha.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, Pamela Anderson is also in the same interview addresses something that got her leaving the Golden Globes early. Mm-hmm. She made eye contact with Seth Rogen or saw him and felt some sort of way in a pit of her stomach, talking about how he made a show about he was the producer of Pam and Tommy. And she talks about that it was the worst time in her life, and that the fact that it was made without her permission really angered her off quite a bit. And the idea that a lot of arguments around it is, well, you're such a public person. And she's like, it just felt gross. And she even said, I'd be open to if he ever wants to apologize, but I actually so irate seeing him, I left the Golden Globes early.
And that sucks. Like, she's like, I can't even be here because you're here. And she's right. It's the idea of somebody making money off of your story and a really traumatic point in your life, whether you're famous or not, and then doing great with it and never having the decency to contact you.
No.
Like, it's gross.
I could see, honestly, and maybe it's because I have like a weird affinity for Seth Rogen. I could see him reaching out to her after this interview because it's not something I think about. I don't feel like it's something that everybody thinks about. I mean, Seth Rogen, I would hope would think about it. This was a big part of his life, was making this movie. But I don't know if it's something that comes to mind. And maybe I hope that he would reach out to her.
We'll see.
We shall see.
Because I think that would solve a lot of things. It's just like the decency that she's not getting so often in Hollywood.
Right.
She deserves some niceties for sure. Okay, tell us what you think. Should Seth Rogen apologize to Pam Anderson for making a lot of money off her stories? Write it in the comments. We want to know, and we want you to follow. Please. Hot to Go is going big on the YouTube. Maybe you've heard of it.